But our eye now is to the future, to shine the bright light of accountability on what is happening in our financial markets so that it doesn't happen again. That accountability will tell us how we got to this place and ferret out the abuses. That accountability will honor our trust to the American people. It will be about accountability. It'll be about regulatory reform, which is essential. And it'll be about building an economy with a focus on the middle class, where many more Americans will participate in the economic security of Americans, of our country. And that where high flyers on Wall Street will no longer be able to jeopardize that personal economic security of Americans, again, because of the bright light of scrutiny, accountability, and the attention given under regulatory reform.
So I'm pleased that the House passed this essential economic recovery legislation. Now the federal government can begin taking strong action to restore the flow of credit to business and families. I hope that today's action will stave off the worst case of a total freeze in lending, which could have devastating consequences for jobs, consumer credit, and foreclosure. The process of compromise may look messy, but it's clear that after input from both parties in both chambers, we significantly improved the President's original proposal.
Number one, I'm hopeful that we have have gone a long way toward restoring confidence in our markets. But number two, I am hopeful that we have restored credibility and confidence in our body politic. We came together in a very strong bipartisan way to deliver this decisive victory for the American people.
And while we have done what we needed to do to deal with the liquidity in the financial market, the next step is, I'm sure you'll hear from Chairman Frank, is about dealing with the regulatory oversight that must be brought to the financial markets because our regulations are not in step with what's happening, but either is our economic policy in step with what's happening to the middle class today. We must have an economic agenda that provides the middle class a tax cut, the ability to have universal access to higher education, that if you work, you have health care, and if you work, you have a retirement plan. That is an agenda that puts the middle class at the center of our economic program.
What Congress said today to the American people, I hope will be taken as a promise that we are very serious about doing those jobs. We did something today that nobody liked to do because past mistakes had made it necessary. Our job now is to make sure that no future Congress faces this choice by preventing these conditions from occurring.